Computer, machine that perform tasks such as mathematical calculations or electronic communication under the control of a set of instructions called a program. Automatic voltage regulator, a part wherein the power supplied for the computer is regulated. Keyboard, the standard input device of the computer. Mouse, used to move mouse pointer and by pressing its button on top, gives instruction to computer. Monitor, a device by which text and graphics produced by a computer are shown. Speaker, a device for producing sound and music when it is connected to the sound system. System unit, the system unit is the part of the computer which is responsible for accepting and processing the data brought in by the input devices. It is also responsible for passing the resulting information to the users via the output devices. Floppy disk drive, a device wherein diskettes are inserted and used to read and write data. Hard disk drive, it is the part of the computer that stores all your information. Motherboard, the motherboard is the part of your computer that wires all of the other parts together. Floppy disk drive connector, the logic and interface that connects a floppy disk drive to the system. Hard disk drive connector, it is used to connect HDD to the system. 20-pin ATX power connector, the standard motherboard connector. DIMM memory slot, this is where we insert the memory that comprises a series of dynamic random access memory integrated circuits. Chipset, a single chip or pair of chips that integrates into it. The clock generator, bus controller, system timer, interrupt controller, DMA controller, CMOS RAM, keyboard controller. CPU socket, this is the place where you put the processor. CPU fan connector with heatsink mount. This is where we place the CPU fan. GPU with heatsink, a 3D graphics chip that contains advanced 3D rendering features such as hardware, vertex, and pixel shaders. Peripheral component interconnect slot, a slot wherein we place peripheral components. PCIe slot, a slot wherein we place the video card. CMOS backup battery or complementary metal oxide semiconductor, a supply which is usually a direct current battery that provide power in the absence of main power supply. Called the brain of the computer, the actual processing is done in this part. CPU fan, used to cool the CPU heatsink. Back panel, this is where peripheral components are connected. Parts of back panel, PS2 port or personal system port, parallel port, serial port, VGA port or video graphic adapter, USB port or universal serial bus, LAN port, sound port. Hard disk drive can hold massive amount of information. They usually serve as your computer primary means of storage, holding almost all of your programs and files. Different parts of hard disk. Base casting. It keeps the internal environment free from dust and contamination. Cover mounting holes. It is the hole where we place the screw that hold the cover. Spindle. Hold and spin the platters. Platters. Magnetic spinning disc which holds data. Slider. Physically support the slider head and hold it in correct position. Actuator arm. Move back and forth across the disk drive as it records information. Actuator axis. It helps the actuator arm to move back and forth. Actuator. It continually reads and records information. Ribbon cable. Used to connect hard disk drive to logic board. Board of the hard disk drive. Holes. Preventing or pulling handle on case for the hard disk frame from being pulled. SCSI, Small Computer System Interface, setup standard for connecting and transferring information between computer and peripheral device. Jumper pins. Set of pins to make specific connection. Molex power. Provide power from power supply. These are the different kinds of peripherals and cables. LAN card. An expansion card that enables you to join your personal computer to a network. Sound card. Allows you to use speakers, a stereo or a microphone with your computer. Video card. An electronic components required to generate a video signal that is sent to the video display through a cable. Memory. Circuitry that allows your information to be stored and retrieved. SATA. Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. High-speed serial interface designed to replace the current parallel ATA and ultra ATA drive interface standard. PATA. Parallel Advanced Technology Attachment. An interface standard for the connection of storage devices. UTP cable. Unshielded twisted pair cable used to connect telephones or computer devices.